I don't stand side by side with nobody till I bleed with them first.
What did we just see? You probably think this world is a dream come true.
When I step into this ring, yeah, bro, I am addicted.
Don't sleep on Luca!
Maybe tomorrow we'll all wear 42.
If you fight for your dreams will fight for you!
Purple Kiss is a 6-member K-pop girl group that made their debut in 2020. Purple Kiss is one of the first groups I remember listening to when I first started getting into K-pop. The main thing that piqued my interest with Purple Kiss's music was their voices. It is something that you'll see me bring up a lot in this review, but let's just get right into it with Into Violet is Purple Kiss's debut mini album released in 2021, coming in at 7 songs, 20 minutes. As I stated, the one thing that has always drawn me to their music is their vocals. Much like Idol, their vocals to me are just so unique. The best way I can describe it is that their voices are entrancing in a way. They just find a way to really lure you in and catch your attention. For starters, Panzona is a great example to start off with. I really enjoyed the vocals and production on this one. The vocal range in various elements from tone to strength. Some vocals put emphasis on power while others focus on using their enunciation to draw your attention. Can We Talk Again is another great song on this record. Again, the vocals on this one are great. This one focuses more on steadiness and a softer tone. They take a slower approach to their singing, really drawing out certain lines, and it works so well for me. I'm not the biggest fan of the rap section, but it's not enough to dock any points. I can't really say the same for Skip Skip though. This one was more about the style chosen for the rap part. The production also isn't a particular favorite of mine. I can think of other songs that have chosen a similar route for production and having that same sentiment about them. Hello is a good song, but it doesn't do really enough to stand out for me. The vocals are good, but it's a very simple track. My Heart Skip a Beat is one of my favorites from this record. This was a song where many different elements kind of came together and it actually worked. I loved the rock elements. I felt the vocal effects were great and they were placed in just the right sections. Was overall happy with the directions taken with this song. Period closes us out and showcases the ballad side of vocals for Purple Kiss. Later that year, Purple Kiss would release their second mini album, Hide and Seek, coming in at 6 songs, 20 minutes. This record starts off with Zombie and it's just a fun time. The song has a fun bouncy beat. When it comes to their vocals, I really enjoy a lot of the playfulness to their parts. 2 a.m. is immediately a different vibe to Zombie. It's more laid back, relaxed type of song, and so Purple Kiss adjusted their vocals to fit this type of production. The song is very smooth and slow and admittedly is a bit of a sudden shift, but I think it works out. We immediately shift moods again with Cast Pearls Before Swine. One of the first things I noted about this song was that the beginning vocals sounded so similar to Momo of Twice, a bit like, their part from Do Not Touch from Misa Mo's album. So Why was another fun song. Don't have a whole lot to say about it, just enjoy the vibe of it. Twinkle was an absolute classic song. It's such a fun song and good time. I liked some of the vocal effects on it, especially in the build up to the chorus. The production of the chorus was a bit different, but I enjoyed the change. I also liked the production during the rap part and like the sort of small guitar riffs that you can hear in certain parts of the song. ZZZ was a really nice closer to the record, very soft, very relaxing. I really enjoyed this record and left this record feeling that this was going to be a special discography. memeM is Purple Kiss's third mini album, coming in at 7 songs, 20 minutes. To be completely honest with you, I really don't know how to pronounce this record's name and just went with how they say it on the title track. Anyways, if I remember correctly, I believe this was the first project I had heard from Purple Kiss. When it comes to that intro, I just absolutely loved the deep vocals on it. The small rap part and portion that follows perfectly complements those deep vocals. It's such a short intro, but it's just really good. The title track is not exactly my favorite. It is a bit chaotic with a lot of different stylistic shifts. Some parts also kind of remind me of Blackpink on it. Oh My Gosh was a shift, and one that I kind of welcomed. It felt a lot more dreamy, it was very soft, and the vocals kind of help push that front and center. It's just very catchy and smooth. The chorus ups the pace but still maintains that feeling. Catchy songs and switching things up seems to be the theme of this record, as we switch things up once again with Pretty Psycho, another catchy song with a completely different feel to the previous tracks. The production is probably my favorite part. It is very different from previous songs. I'm also just in love with the way that they build up to various parts of this song. The vocals are amazing and everything works so well. Moving on to our next song, and again, one thing I love about these reviews is that sometimes I re-listen to a project and find a song that for whatever reason didn't click with me at first, and I end up liking it. In this case, it's the song Joa, and I just love the guitar on it. I love the vocals and just the overall slow nature to it. Hate Me, Hurt Me, Love Me was an early favorite of mine from the first time I listened back in 2022. Very upbeat sound despite the sort of sad nature of the lyrics. However, on re-listen, Cursor has been an absolute standout for me. It must have been just so long since I had heard it, mainly due to, the sheer plethora of songs I have in my playlist, but this song was absolutely magnificent, and again, it just stands out for Purple Kiss in my opinion. It's such a powerful finish to this record. The vocals and the build up to the chorus are so impressive and strong. Again, all I can say is it's just a standout record, a standout track that puts an exclamation point on this record. Geekyland is the fourth mini album, coming in at 6 songs, 15 minutes. One thing I have to say, I find it weird that the album cover kind of gives off this like Halloween, horror vibes to it. But this record was released in July. Anyways, moving forward, I had never heard this record before this review, so I was kind of excited to hear what it sounded like. Starting off with the intro, I have no words. The final 20 seconds are just magical. I am so angry it's not like a full song. We move forward. Nerdy is a perfect song. It has so much energy straight from the start. I love the inclusion of the violin. Everything from the vocals to the style to the production just sort of fits that Halloween vibe I mentioned. It's very fun and it's just a great start. We then get Fireflower, and let me just say I am shocked that this is the least streamed song on the record. I, for one, don't care about streams and numbers like that, but it is crazy that this song just seemingly doesn't get more love. Just, my goodness, man, it's such a perfect song, and again, I'm upset that I didn't hear this entire record until now. We then sort of switch things up with Can't Stop Dreaming. This song definitely feels lighter production-wise, but the vocals, oh my goodness, man. The vocals on this one, the power and tone displayed were so great. Love Is Dead gets us right back into that more darker, ominous vibe. The song is unique and it stands out while it still also fits on the record, One thing that I enjoyed the most from this song was the rap part. It just felt natural, I think I've said it before, and maybe, I don't know if I've said it before in other K-pop reviews, when we've done discography reviews, or I just don't know if I've mentioned it here, but I've always said it before when having discussions with other people that rap parts can kind of sometimes stick out, they kind of sometimes feel forced in there in a way, but this one just sort of effortlessly fits in and doesn't really disrupt the flow of anything. On the contrary, the rap part of Summer Rain didn't fit too well for me. This song as a whole just really isn't a favorite of mine. I don't know, it kind of sticks out as a closer for this record specifically. Cabin Fever is the fifth mini album, coming in at 6 songs, 16 minutes. If you saw the end of the year list for 2023, you know that this was an album that I highlighted for the K-pop section. Very much enjoyed this album, but want to see what I think now, a couple months later from that, end of the year review. One of the things that hasn't changed since the first time I heard this record, Sweet Juice. Sweet Juice is still that song. I have talked a lot about Purple Kiss's vocals, and This is a true exemplary track. This is a track that showcases why I just keep talking about their vocals over and over. The tone they use on this one, the inflection they use for certain parts, the way they sing certain words and, drag out certain words. It's just so perfect on this song. Their vocals are so alluring and entrancing. I'd go as far as to describe these vocals as heavenly. To this day, I am obsessed with this song and would definitely rank it highly when it came to some of the best songs to come out of the K-pop genre. Take has sort of been a weird song for me. I had trouble kind of really deciding how I feel about it. It has, very unique vocals and vibes, but it definitely took a couple listens for it to really click with me. Again, it has that alluring feel to it. Autopilot is a bit of a faster paced song. I don't know why, but whenever I listen to it, I can't help but feel like it sounds like another song, and I just can't for the life of me think what it sounds like. What is the other song that I think it sounds like? Again though, faster paced than the previous two tracks, and the production kind of gives off that I Can't Stop Me by Twice feel. Agit is another highlight from this record. It's such a fun and easy listen. Again, I'd also, might go as far as to say that this is my favorite vocal performances from Purple Kiss, if not one of my favorites. I just love what each sort of individual member contributes to this song. This record closes on a softer note with So Far So Good, a softer but very lovely song. And with that, we arrive at Purple Kiss's latest release and their 6th mini album, BXX, coming in at 6 songs, 16 minutes. The latest release, and the one that, from this entire list will likely see my opinions change the most as the year goes by. Whatever opinions I have here, I just advise you to check back at the end of the year to see what sort of thoughts I have after a full year of listening. Anyways, as we reach the final record of this video, I will say one thing I've liked with Purple Kiss projects the most is their intros. While I would like them to be full songs, they do fulfill their sort of purpose of giving a sneak peek into what these projects might sound like or be like conceptually. I will say, even after multiple listens, I still really don't know how to feel about, the title track Triple B as a whole. There are parts that I enjoy, other parts not so much. Bittersweet was a song that sounded very different to other songs on this record. It has a different feel to it, mainly due to its production. Toy Boy was alright to me. I feel like it can grow on me definitely. I really like the vocals on it especially. Heart Attack is the main song that sticks out to me the most. I really like the production on this one and just how smoothly the vocals progress and flow on this one. Voyager was a nice close with powerful vocals. In some instances, it felt very sentimental and emotional. Purple Kiss, without a doubt, in all aspects, is up there as one of my favorite K-pop acts right now. As I mentioned, them and Idol just check so many boxes for me. Vocally, one of my favorites. I know I just, keep repeating it and it's probably annoying at this point, but seriously, their vocals are just perfect to me. I don't really have the words to describe how I feel when I'm hearing their vocals. They are just pretty consistent with their releases, both in terms of the time between releases and the quality, and with that quality comes a difficult time trying to rank these records. I even look at my list and question if I feel 100% certain with my rankings. But as it stands, my current rankings for Purple Kiss's discography goes as follows. BXX last, obviously, less time with it, so think of it a bit lower than others. Followed by Into Violet, Cabin Fever, memeM, Hide and Seek, with Geekyland coming in at first. A really tough discography to rank, but just goes to show how strong of a catalog Purple Kiss has built for themselves. For our next discography review, we look at yet another rap duo with Run the Jewels.